How is it going, everybody? You're watching Then About Tech, and today I'm going to show you how to free up a ton of your iCloud storage. So if you're getting messages like that, iCloud storage is full, this video's for you, because I'm going to teach you how to clear a ton of storage and of course save some cash. Maybe you are an iCloud Plus subscriber already, but you don't want to spend more money with an upgrade. Or maybe you don't spend any money at all with iCloud Plus and you don't want to start doing it, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. And all you have to do really is open up your iPhone settings and then tap here on the top banner where it says your name. And then of course go to iCloud, and the first thing you have to do is tap here on storage. Let's understand how much storage you have available. And keep in mind that this video is universal. So as I mentioned, maybe you already And keep in mind that this video is universal. So if you are already an iCloud Plus subscriber, this will work for you. And if you don't pay for anything, this will work as well. The idea is to clear storage no matter your situation. So as you can see right here, I am an iCloud Plus subscriber. I have the 2 terabyte plan and I'm currently using around 1.3 terabytes. So a little bit over half. So let's go ahead and clear that. And the first thing I want to talk about is backups, because a lot of people don't really understand how it works, and I'm going to explain you right now. So the thing is, it's very common that we have multiple backups right here. First, you're going to see the backup from your current phone, as you can see, this iPhone. And of course, you may see here backups from other devices. So previous iPhones you had, iPads, or other devices as well. And the point here is you don't need to keep older backups if you don't want to. You can just clear them. So if you already have a current backup, which is my case, you don't need to keep an older backup from an older iPhone unless, of course, there's something there you still want. But if not, if everything you need is already on your iPhone, you can delete anything older than that, especially from older devices, maybe that you don't even have anymore. So in this case, let's get here this iPhone. I don't even have this iPhone anymore. I can go ahead and delete this backup. I can delete it and then permanently delete it. And as you can see, nothing will change because this is an old backup from an old iPhone. It has nothing to do with my current iPhone, which is this one. On top of that, it's very common as well that you have duplicate backups. So maybe you have more than one backup for the very same device. This happens, especially if you have multiple different operating systems. This is normal. And the thing is, the same rule applies here. You don't need to keep older backups even from the same device. If everything you want and everything you need is already on your phone and you have a current backup, let's say from today, yesterday, doesn't matter, you don't need to keep older ones from weeks or months ago. You already have your current backup right here as your most updated, and that's all you need. So you can go ahead and delete previous versions as well, again, unless you have information on those previous backups that you don't have anymore on this one and you want to keep it for some reason. But in 99.9% of cases, you just need the most current one, which has everything you already need, okay? So this is very important. Moving on and still talking about iCloud backups, this is a very nice tip that I'm gonna give you right now. If you really wanna free up your iCloud storage, you have the possibility to just switch and replace your iCloud backup with a computer backup. So as you can see, I do use iCloud backups. I have one updated for this iPhone. It's an iCloud backup. It's right there in the cloud. But if I want, I can go ahead, get a computer, so a Mac or a PC, and I can plug in my iPhone to it and back up to a computer. This is called a computer backup. And then after that backup has finished, I can go ahead here and delete my iCloud backup. because since I already have a successful computer backup, which is exactly the same as an iCloud backup, the exact same files, everything is exactly the same, I don't need to have both. So I can go ahead here, and of course, I can delete my iCloud backup. And of course, with that, free up a ton of storage. In my case, over 75 gigabytes of storage. Please keep in mind, you should only delete your iCloud backup once you have finished your computer backup, just in case, right? So you don't have the risk of having no backups at all. But you can easily replace your iCloud backup with a computer backup, and of course, once that's done, you can delete your iCloud backup and of course free up all of that storage. So that's a good alternative as well if you want to easily and quickly free up a ton of iCloud storage. Please keep in mind that a computer backup is completely free, and if you don't know how to do it, I do have a full video here on the channel. I have a card, link in the description, teaching you step by step how to back up your iPhone to a computer, Mac, or PC. So completely universal and free, as I mentioned. Moving on, let's get back here to the Manage Storage page, the page we were before, and now let's talk about iCloud Drive. If you don't really know what iCloud Drive is the name that Apple created to talk about all of your files that are actually inside the Files app, and of course, using your iCloud storage. So as you can see right here, we have at the moment over 22 gigabytes of documents like videos and photos that are actually inside my Files app, and of course in the cloud, so then I can use them on a computer, I can access from another iPhone. So there are documents that are in the cloud, not really on my iPhone. And in my case right here, they represent, as I mentioned, 22 gigabytes, and I can easily tap on this option, review and delete large files, and I can easily delete them. So sometimes we have multiple old files that are there taking up our iCloud storage and we don't even remember them. Especially if you use a Mac, this is even more common. So as you can see right here, I have documents from like 2020, like 2020, like over like 6 years ago, as you can see, like taking up storage. This is a video, as you can see, so I can easily select, tap on it. I can tap on multiple files if I want to as well, and then I can easily delete it, as easy as that. So then right here, I'm not deleting from my iPhone, I'm deleting directly from iCloud, from iCloud Drive. Keep in mind that those files will remain in the trash for 30 days. So if you want to, you can open up your Files app, go to the trash and delete them to make sure to, of course, clear the storage instantly and immediately. So this is an extra tip that's super important as well. Moving on, now I want to talk about this. I want to talk about iCloud Photos, because again, this is something that a lot of people still don't really understand. So as you can see right here, my personal library, so all of my photos, all of my videos are actually taking up over 850 gigabytes of storage. That's over 40,000 items between photos and videos. And that's because I use iCloud Photos. So then every time I take a photo or make a video on my iPhone, it goes directly to the cloud. It goes to iCloud in order to free up my iPhone storage. So then all of my photos and videos, all of my library, my entire library is actually in the cloud, taking up hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes, as you can see right here. So we have an alternative if you don't want that and if you want to free up that storage, which is do the opposite. The same thing we did when we were talking about the backup, remember? So we have the possibility of, instead of storing everything in the iCloud, store our photos and videos in the iPhone internal storage. Of course, in order to do that, you need to have a lot of storage available on your iPhone, because generally our photos and videos take up a ton of gigabytes, but for a lot of people, that's completely possible. As you can see, in my case, I have 850 gigabytes, right? So if I had an 1 terabyte iPhone, I would easily be able to disable iCloud photos. So then all of my photos and videos would actually be transferred to my iPhone storage, and then all of this storage would be completely freed up in just a few days. So that's totally doable. If you want to do that, you can easily do it by coming back here, coming back once again to the very first page of our iCloud, tapping here on Photos, and right here we can disable this option, which is sync this iPhone. If we disable that, we're going to disable iCloud Photos, and then our photos and videos that are in the cloud will start automatically being downloaded to the iPhone internal storage. As I said, this process may take a few days, but then after all of the photos and videos are downloaded to the iPhone, they're going to be actually deleted from the iCloud storage. Completely gone from iCloud, freeing up all of this storage, in my case, over 850 gigabytes. As I mentioned, you need to have a correspondent storage on your iPhone to receive all of that, so you can check it out. All right, so that's pretty much it for the 3 main tips that I wanted to give you in this video, but of course I have an extra one. So if we come back here to storage, I want to talk about messages and WhatsApp. So if you do use messages a lot, you have the possibility to just disable, so turn off and delete from iCloud. What we're doing here is we're going to maintain and keep all of our chats, stickers, photos and videos and media from our messages strictly on the iPhone, and then all of those chats and everything that's currently in the iCloud by default, they're going to be gone. So you're going to free up that storage. So of course, if you want to access from a Mac, you're not going to be able to, because everything is going to be only on the iPhone. But that's a possibility that you may do if you have gigs and gigs and gigs of your messages being used and being stored in the cloud. All right. And to wrap up this video, let's talk about WhatsApp, because this again is something that causes a lot of confusion. If you already have a backup, so an iCloud backup, as we were talking before, or a computer backup, you don't need to have a WhatsApp backup, an individual WhatsApp backup, simply because an iPhone backup, so your iCloud or computer, your full iPhone backup already includes everything that's inside WhatsApp. So when you have a complete backup and also a WhatsApp backup that you perform inside the application, you're just wasting your iCloud storage. There is no point. As I mentioned, everything is already on your full iPhone backup. So you can, as a matter of fact, delete data from iCloud. Keep in mind that this is not your chats, your stickers, your photos and videos. No. This is just iCloud data from WhatsApp, which is a backup. If this is a little bit confusing, I know it may be, I have a full dedicated video just on this. iPhone backup versus WhatsApp backup. I explain you in further detail how everything works, and if you feel more comfortable watching that video before pressing this button, no problem at all. Go ahead and watch that video. I have a card right here, link in the description. You can watch that, and then after you're more comfortable, you can go ahead and delete just the WhatsApp iCloud data, and of course again free up even more storage. So that's literally it. That's all of the most important tips on how to free up a ton of iCloud storage on your iPhone. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next videos here, guys. Bye bye.